Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good day to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, and I'm excited because the weekend, tomorrow is our game, Chelsea-Liverpool. Chelsea-Liverpool. Are we ready? Well. I am excited. And I will say, thank God it's Friday. You see, Joao Pedro, at least, is back to training. As we speak, yesterday, Joao Pedro and Luis Caicedo both were spotted in training. And I believe that they will be good enough to go. They might not be fully fit in terms of the injury situation. But coming to training after taking, I think, 2 days of rest, I believe that, is it 2 days or, yeah, just about 2 days rest. Joao Pedro gotten a red card. Has nothing to do with the Premier League, but it has everything to do with the Champions League. So he is eligible to feature for Chelsea if he is fit. And I'm glad both him and Caicedo were spotted in training yesterday. And that reminds me, look, these guys, Garnacho, Gittins, Estaval, and Pedro Neto, these are the 4 wingers we have right now available. Garnacho, Gittins, Estaval, and Pedro Neto. Yes, these are the 4 wingers that we have available right now. Now, these 2, if I have my way, right, I would ask Maresca to rest Pedro Neto and start with Garnacho and Estaval. Tomorrow is a game, and Maresca will be having a press conference later today. I'm just saying my mind that I would love to see Garnacho starting against Liverpool. You know, from the first game he played to the game against Benfica, you could see a clear, you know, development in his performances. You understand it? So I would love to see Garnacho against Liverpool. Garnacho, Estaval. Yeah. I would love to see them against him. And then maybe second half, we can bring in Pedro Neto, 60th minute, to replace Estaval. Then, Gittins probably the last minutes of the game. Ladies and gents, it's my opinion. I'm not doing my predicted lineup yet. I'll be doing that tomorrow before the game. Before the game, as always. But quickly, that is what I want to say about that. I think that the players that we have that are not 100% fit, they can still give something good. They can still give, especially Joao Pedro. In the past few games, he's not even had a shot on target. As a matter of fact, he's not even getting the opportunity to even shoot. And I believe it all boils down to partly, yes. When I'm beginning to realize the injury situation, I don't want to blame him fully. I want to believe that it's partly due to the injury. A well-fit Joao Pedro, I believe, could do better than we've seen in the past few games. So, and you know, as a striker also, when you are not scoring, you are not getting shots, it has everything to do with your mentality. It becomes a mental problem. It becomes a mental problem. Now, Maresca will have to prepare the team around him. And for the fact that Cole Palmer is also absent in the squad, it creates more vacuum. Initially, Jackson wasn't around, and it became a problem for Cole Palmer. Joao Pedro coming in, they were beginning to get a kind of click, you know. Then, Cole Palmer is now absent. So it's like Joao Pedro now has been isolated in the attacking front. He's been isolated right now. He's alone. And it can't happen unless the players around him, unless Garnacho and Estaval and Pedro Neto, they try to, or maybe Estaval could play Cole Palmer's role tomorrow, which of course Benanote is there. Benanote played the same role very well against Benfica, right? So I believe Estevao could rather start from the right side going into the game against Liverpool tomorrow. Now, talking about goals, these guys on your screen, these three guys, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and Harry Kane, three top scorers in Europe this season. How many games played in the various leagues so far? 5-6 games in the various leagues. And these guys have scored double digits. They've scored double digits. Listen, Haaland, just look at it. 17 goals, 3 assists in this season alone. 17 goals, 3 assists with 1 penalty score. Kylian Mbappe, 15 goals, 2 assists, and 6 penalties. 6 penalties scored. Kylian Mbappe. Harry Kane with Bundesliga, Bayern Munich. Harry Kane, 18 goals, 3 assists, and 6 penalties. Wow. Chelsea strikers, how many goals so far? I don't think anybody even have 5 goals so far this season. Yeah, it is what it is. None of our strikers so far, no Chelsea player have 5 goals this season yet. It is a pity. £2 billion. Anyway, last night, Strasbourg, first European competition for Strasbourg. And guess what? They've won 2-1. First Conference League game for Strasbourg, and they've won 2-1. With all the injuries that they also have. Strasbourg had a lot of injuries, but they still managed to win 2-1. And congratulations to them. Congratulations to them. They successfully beaten Slovan Bratislava. Yes. 2-1. Listen, all thanks to this guy, Pendes. Pendes reminds me of Courtois. Pendes, he reminds me of Courtois. The same physique, stature and everything. I think, yeah, you know, come to think of it, this is the reason why Chelsea are hesitant to sign another goalkeeper. But hey, in January, we need to go for Mike Pendes. Mike Maignan. In January, we need to go for Mike Maignan. Trust me. Let's allow Pendes to stay with Strasbourg. He's doing well there. Look at the statistics there. Look at the stat. 4 saves, 91% pass accuracy, 58 passes completed by Mike Pendes with Strasbourg in the game last night. 58 passes completed, 7 out of 13 successful long balls, 6 recoveries, 2 diving saves, and 1 save inside the box. Just look at it. Very great performance. Guys, that is the goalkeeper Chelsea had on loan with Strasbourg. It is what it is. I'm about to run out. Later today, once the coach comes to the press conference, I will be right here to give you more information. Yes, he'll be speaking to the press later today, and I'll be right here to give you more information. Now, quickly, this came into the news, and I want to end here. Chelsea, we understand, are in the market and are looking for stopgap striker. As a matter of fact, in the last 24 hours before the transfer window ended, Chelsea wanted to go into the market to buy a striker. When Jackson issue and to recall my way back, the last 48 hours to 24 hours before the transfer window, the Chelsea wanted to go into the market, but they decided not to proceed further because it was more like they felt it would be a hasty or a rush buy, and they might end up buying the wrong player for the system. Now we are hearing that Chelsea are targeting to sign Ivan Toney and have made the officials of Ivan Toney. The player is interested in a move back to the Premier League in a loan deal from January. So Chelsea, we understand, have met Ivan Toney's agent to start the negotiations for January loan deal for Chelsea, Ivan Toney to Chelsea. I think I will support that idea if we can get him. You know, Ivan Toney's physique, his height, his strength, he knows the Premier League already. So I believe that Chelsea need a target man, a front man that we can say, this is a target man. Like Liverpool have Isaac. Man City, Haaland. You will see Haaland, you know he's a striker. You see Isaac, the presence is there. You understand? Harry Kane, the presence is there. Kylian Mbappe, we need a head man, a front man that defenders will see and they will know that Chelsea has a striker. Right now, we don't have it. I'll see you guys on the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.